There are so many things you can do with your finished embroidery. You can frame it, you can wear it. Generally, I like to simply display it in the hoop. I've tried many techniques for finishing a piece in the hoop, and this is my favorite method. The first thing you will need to do is erase any visible lines from when you traced your pattern. If you used a heat erasable pen, this is simple to do with a hairdryer or iron. I like to use a hairdryer on low heat. The lines should start to disappear as you blow the hot air on your fabric. I like to cover the back of my hoop with a piece of fabric to cover the back side of the stitches and give a completed look to the hoop. You can use the same fabric that you used for stitching or something else that you have on hand. I like to cut the backing fabric about an inch larger than the hoop on all sides. Just like when you prepped your hoop before stitching, loosen the screw on your hoop to separate the pieces. Place the inner hoop on your work surface, then layer your backing fabric followed by your embroidered fabric, doing your best to center it. Next, place the outer hoop on top, sandwiching the fabric between the two hoops. Again, you will need to tightly stretch your fabric in the hoop. It will be a little trickier this time because you will have 2 layers of fabric to tighten, and you will want to make sure your embroidery is straight and centered in the hoop. Tighten the screw and pull the outer edges of the fabric, making your way around the hoop. You may need to do this several times before your fabric is tight enough. Sometimes it is helpful to tighten the 2 layers of fabric separately. Next, you will need to trim the fabric. Trim the backing fabric very close to the edge of the hoop. Trim the embroidered fabric in a circle around the hoop, leaving about an inch of fabric on all sides. Finally, you will stitch close the back of the hoop. Cut a length of floss roughly double the circumference of your hoop. You'll want to use at least 6 strands for this. Thread your needle and tie a knot in the longer end of the floss. With the back of your hoop facing up, use a loose running stitch to sew a line in the fabric around the outside of the hoop. This should be roughly 1/3 of the way from the outside edge of the fabric to the hoop. When you have sewn a line around the entire hoop, carefully pull on both ends of the floss to cinch the fabric toward the back of the hoop. Tie the ends in a knot to secure the fabric in place and trim the excess floss. That's it. Congratulations on finishing your embroidery.